Blog Talk Radio.
Hi everyone, this is Camille from sunny California, and you're listening to the Coffee Chat with Camille show, which is a podcast series that interviews various guests about real-life topics for people who love to learn. Hi everybody, welcome to the show. Today we're going to have on Lauren, I think it's Cobello. Let me see, I hope I pronounce it correctly. And also, give me one moment, I have to put on my glasses because I cannot see. All right, here we go. Let's get, today's March 29th. And as I stated, we have on Lauren and Cobello. I hope I say it correctly again. And she's the founder and CEO who started Leverage and Media PR after building her own brand into a multi-million-dollar company by leveraging traditional media and books. Leverage with Media is a book PR agency focusing specifically on helping entrepreneurs to become nonfiction authors who get their books into the hands of others. She saw other entrepreneurs paying thousands per month to PR companies and not getting any results, leading to frustration. With Lauren's author Accelerator Blueprint, her clients have gotten booked on the Discovery Channel, Fox News, ABC News, Cheddar, Forbes, and many more. Lauren has over 13 years of TV experience and teaches a systematic approach to using media to leverage her clients' brands, which lands them large book deals that became bestsellers, which lends them even more media coverage. Lauren's a regular guest on shows like Rachel Ray, Today's Show, Good Morning America, and many more. She has appeared, she has appeared on Fox News, Dr. Oz, TD Jakes, and hundreds of other shows around the country. Her clients are regularly best-selling authors and have been featured on NBC Now, The Today Show, Squawk Box, New York Living or NY Living, Fox News, CNBC, Cheddar News, and many more. For you, the audience and listeners, you can go to leveragewithmedia.com. People can go to Lauren's website and book a free call if they want to learn more about her services. Okay, and so now let me go ahead and let our magnificent guest Lauren into the studio so we can begin our interview. Okay, here we are. Hi, let's see here. I hit here. All right. Hi, Lauren. Welcome.
Thank you. How are you doing today?
Wonderful. It's such a pleasure to have you on this show. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, no problem. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the interview. What are the best ways to promote your book?
Yeah, so some of the best ways to promote your book are really to focus on a strategic approach to media coverage. So a lot of people will do podcast tours, they'll do, book tours and things like that, and those are all really amazing. But I really teach a strategic approach to using traditional media by promoting your book. It really gets you seen in front of so many different people at a really fast pace. And then, those TV stations put you across all of their social media channels, and so you get millions of eyeballs on your book within a very short period of time. So it's a very strategic approach to using multiple different ways of media coverage, whether it's print, podcasts, and broadcast television, using them all at the same time to really kind of have your book be everywhere right around the book launch.
Okay. Thank you so much. And why does your PR agency cater only to authors?
Yeah, so I really think that, you know, I'm an entrepreneur myself. I've built $1 million company off of being a personal finance educator for the past 15 years. And I really wanted to niche down into only helping authors because I think that when you write a nonfiction book, you can become an expert in your field. And by using a book to then get yourself into the media, then you can use that media coverage to then leverage your brand to the next level, to get speaking engagements, to write more books, to use that book as kind of like a glorified business card into your business so that you can build and scale that business to 7 figures. So I really focus on authors and teaching them the strategy of how to use a book to grow and scale their business to 7 figures using media. And it's a lot easier, to be honest, it's a lot easier to book authors on television because they're seen as experts in a field. And so that's something that's really important to other authors.
Okay. And then what was it like being on major television shows for over a decade?
Yeah, so I love being on television myself. It's something that I've been doing for 13 years now. And so, you know, I've met some amazing celebrities. I've been a regular on the Today Show with Hoda and Jenna, and back when it was Kathy Lee Gifford, I've been a regular on the Rachel Ray Show, Dr. Oz. And I really have enjoyed getting to meet a lot of really cool celebrities, but also be able to be seen as the expert, you know, in my field. So it's been really fun. I've got to meet some really cool people, got to go some really cool places, have some really cool experiences. And I think that I love that I can share this information with other people now, because not only do I help, you know, book people on television, but I also do media coaching. So I make them look really good on camera. And I think that's something that's really unique to my agency.
Okay, excellent. Then how do you work with your clients, and what makes what you do unique?
Yeah, so I work with my clients. There's a couple different ways. I have a group coaching program, which you can either work with me in that, where there's, you know, the Author Accelerator Blueprint program, where it's an online course. You can go through that course, and then I do weekly mastermind calls where I help you with your pitching and all of that. So on top of that, then I do coaching with one-on-one coaching with other clients. And so with my one-on-one coaching clients, they get a full-blown PR service behind the scenes, and we pitch you out throughout the entire time of working with us. So I work with you in a 3-month capacity usually to get you booked. We do all the booking for you. I do coaching and teach you the strategy and the book strategy. We go through the book strategy, make sure you understand it, implement it, and then make you a best-selling author.
Okay, perfect. And then what is the best way to get booked on television? And share us some top tips.
Yeah, so one of the best ways to get booked on television is to start local. A lot of people think, oh, I want to get national right away, right? I want Today Show and all those ones. You really need to really niche down on your local audience first. So I always suggest that you find your local television station, and you look at the reporters from that station, and you pull up their bios, and you find a bio that says in their bio, all their news stations have bios for their reporters. And their anchors. Which anchor and reporter matches your niche the best? Matches a topic. You know, if it says something in there that they love soccer and you've written a soccer book, then now you have something to talk to them about. So when I'm teaching people how to pitch, it's to find an anchor that has somebody and something that is common and authentic to who you are, and use that as a conversation pitch to reach out to them. And once they do that, then you pitch out to them with, I have this great story. I can talk to them about the topic that my book is about. I can talk to them about something and weave them into the story. And then from there, hopefully they'll book you on your show.
Okay, and then why is TV so effective during a book launch?
TV is so effective during a book launch because it reaches so many people and it goes to the masses. So when you go on television, you now can add, as seen on NBC or this show to your website, which then you can add to marketing materials for a book proposal or for a marketing package. So a lot of times when you're pitching out a book proposal, or you have a literary agent that you're going after, or you're trying to get your book in airport bookstores or Barnes & Noble or anywhere else like Walmart, Target, they're going to want a proposal that has your media coverage and your press plan inside of that. A lot of times they want to see what kind of reporters that you have relationships with and so on and so forth. So you want to make sure that you have some sort of media and press attention before you go on air, before you have your book, going and pitching it out to get into bookstores and things like that, because they want to see that you're going to sell the book. They're not going to put the book in their bookstore if they don't know if you're going to sell it. So it's really important to have press relationships and TV relationships, especially when you're going out to get a literary agent or to get sales. Now, once your book is out and you want to get more book sales to drive traffic back to your website, to drive traffic to Amazon, to drive traffic to your brand, it's really the most effective way to get millions of eyeballs on your content right away, because what happens is you go on the television show, which could reach, 100,000 people, but then now they're putting you on their social media pages, their TikTok, their Instagram, their Reels, their Facebook page, their Twitter, and now your reach has just grown by another 500,000, let's say. So, and that's just for local.
Okay, wow. And then, Lauren, what would you say to someone who says TV is dead and no one watches it anymore?
Yeah, that's actually my favorite question that people ask me. And I always tell them that, you know what, TV actually is not dead. I think that is a cultural response to something that, a lot of people talk about, right? So TV, anytime I have a client that goes on television, I can track how many people have watched that show. And most, from over the years of being on television for 13 years, I have not seen a drop in the coverage. Now, the same amount of people are watching the shows, but now you have the additional social media support. Now all of the shows that I was on 10 years ago that didn't have TikTok and social media, now all are doing short form video. So they're repurposing your content for free and putting you all over the web for free to promote their show. So it's really a very effective free social media strategy as well for free press coverage, not just through media, but also for social media. Also what happens is, when you now become a regular on Fox News or the Today Show or Rachel Ray, you have just leveraged yourself up when you're trying to book speaking engagements, when you're trying to book launch parties, when you're trying to get a second book deal. Having all of those connections is going to help you in the future to get more higher prices on what you want to achieve after that, because you're now more credible. You have this credible resource that you've been featured on these shows, and it's really going to help you in the future make more money.
Okay, thank you. And then what makes Leverage with Media PR the go-to PR firm for entrepreneurs who are authors?
So a lot of authors come to us because we're niche. We know exactly how to pitch books out to the media, but also we we work hand in hand with them on then using that book as a business card to leverage your business to the next level. That's really what our niche specialty is. We also know how to pitch books out, to book reviewers, get the hands of books in the right press, in the New York Times book reviewers, in the USA Today book review column, in getting them out to magazines. We know the right avenues of how to do press specifically for authors, and we really work hand in hand, not only doing strategy and pitching them out, but then also doing the media coaching to make sure that they ask the right questions when they're on television, that they look good on camera, they behave appropriately at the station so that they're not like annoying or don't want to be asked back. And then they work really, really hard to establish those relationships with the reporters so that they continue to get asked back time and time again.
Okay, and then please tell us about the media strategy leading up to a best-selling book campaign and after.
Yeah, so the media strategy leading up to a best-selling book campaign is for the first, for 2 months leading up to the book, you want to make sure that you have your media contacts in place, that you have your branding in place, you have your correct messaging in place, and we work with our clients to do all of that. And then from there, then you want to make sure that you start pitching the right media outlets. You want to make sure that if you're pitching national media, that you're pitching months ahead of time. If you're pitching local, you want to make sure you're pitching the right stations, the people that have authors on, that you've seen authors on in the past. And then you want to take a look at when your book does come out, having segments lined up already ahead of time during that book launch time. I always tell our authors that the week after your book comes out, I need you to set aside for media because I want to book you every day. And so a lot of people will do speaking engagements or vacations like on their pub date week. And I'm like, no, like this is not the time to take a break. This is the time to ramp it up for that week, because if you're going for a New York Times or a bestseller list, the numbers for pre-orders of your book need to matter just as much as the book order numbers the week after your book comes out. So you really need to focus on those numbers as well.
Okay, wonderful. And then what is your favorite coffee or hot beverage?
I love actually I'm kind of nerding out over Starbucks has this brown sugar oat milk latte that's cold usually, but I have them make it into a hot one. And so yes. I'm loving that right now.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much. And then would you like to please just let our audience know where they can reach you social media-wise, please?
Yes. So they can find me at Lauren Cobello, on LinkedIn or Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, and that's Lauren, Cobello. And then my website is leveragewithmedia.com, and I do a free half-an-hour strategy call with people that are interested in applying to be a part of my Leveraged Authors program.
Okay. Thank you so much, Lauren, for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me on.
You're welcome, and bye for now.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye.
Okay, everyone, that was so wonderful. Lauren Cobello, I hope I said her name. She just said it, and I just, me and last names, I tell you. But there you are. We had a magnificent media public relations CEO who just spoke, and she's magnificent. She is really a leader and has outstanding expertise in her field, as you could very well hear that. And she's been doing this, has 13 years of television experience. And as she has written down and let us know, and you can hear it, she has experience and has taught a systematic approach to using media to leverage her clients' brands, which has landed them large book deals to become best sellers. And we could listen, and she could tell you how she has strategically been able to do that for them, right? So we start out here as that beginning author who no one hardly knows, to ending up having millions of people know exactly who they are through regular media, and regular media blows them out into social media as well, right? So it's pretty dope. Really amazing stuff here. So again, you can find Lauren at leveragewithmedia.com, and she did let you know in this interview where her social media handles are, okay? So I hope you all have a magnificent Wednesday, a beautiful rest of your week. The name of this episode is Why You Need PR to Get Your Message Out. Oh, looks like I have a little typo right here. So let me go ahead and correct that right now, to get your message out. Okay, there we go. With Lauren. Yes. Okay. All right. There we go. So I just corrected that. Okay. So, and then you can go ahead to her website and her book. And as she said, when you go to her website and book you a free call, you can get a half hour, and she will explain quite a bit more about her services. And I did tweet out this episode, and I did also send it out via Facebook as well. And you can also find this magnificent episode on, let me see here. At coffeechatwithkenil.com. Okay, coffeechatwithkenil.com. All right. Now, I'm going to have to say goodbye, and I want to thank you, Lauren, so much. It was a pleasure meeting you through this podcast. And I also want to try that latte over here at Starbucks. I go there pretty much, not too much. Like, I try to cut it down instead of trying to go every day, like, twice a week. So anyway, but I definitely want to try that latte. Anyway, okay, everyone, so let's give a round of applause for our wonderful guest, Lauren. And thank you all for listening. I want to thank you. We have new listeners from Vietnam. So hello, Vietnam listeners, and from the Philippines. Hello, everyone in Philippines and South Korea. Of course, my beautiful listeners right here in U.S. and North America, which would be inclusive of Canada. And I don't see Mexico yet. I'm waiting for Mexico. Mexico, you're part of North America. We're all one here, right? Brazil, hello. Also, Bolivia. Bolivia is a little bit below Brazil. And also in Europe, the very first European country to listen to my podcast was Romania. So I want to thank you, Romania. And then France, Germany, the UK. Okay. Hello, everyone out there in Europe. And who else? Oh, Portugal. Hello, Portugal. The Portuguese. Hello. And I'm trying to think if there's any other countries. I think I mentioned Japan. I hope so. Hello. And South Korea. Yes, South Korea as well. All right, I think that's it. So thank you all my beautiful listeners. Continue to listen to me. I'm trying to bring you a lot of wonderful guests that are absolutely magnificent here in the U.S. And I hope that we inspire you here from our country, okay? And that you learn a lot about us. Bye for now, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Goodbye, and thank you for listening to Coffee Chat with Camille.